Staff can use record sets to make bulk or global changes to all or select items in a record set. A bulk change is when you change the value of a field or fields for an entire group of records at one time. Libraries use the bulk change process for many different tasks. For example, a library might use a bulk change to flip items from new to regular collections and policies after the items have been circulating for a set period of time. Or a library might use a bulk change to mark items as withdrawn during the weeding process. Note that not all staff are able to bulk change items using record sets in LEAP. Staff need to be part of either the Public Services Item Editing Group or part of the Cataloging 1 permission group to make item bulk changes. Staff can either bulk change all items in a record set or pick select records in a record set to change. Let's walk through how to bulk change all items in a record set first. Open the record set that contains the items you would like to bulk change. For this video, I've created a record set of new materials that I want to change from the new material type, shelf location, and holdable settings to their corresponding not new values. To bulk change all items in the record set, click the top Actions menu and select Bulk Change. The Bulk Change workform will appear. In the Bulk Change workform, I'll select the fields I would like to change and the new values that should be applied. I can either select each field individually or I can use an item bulk change template that already has all of the changes selected. We'll talk more about item bulk change templates in the next video. For this example, we'll individually select the fields to change. For these records, let's say that I want to change the item material type, the shelf location, and the item holdable settings. The bulk change workform has 5 tabs, and I'll need to navigate through the different tabs to find the fields I want to change. The first tab, Location, contains fields such as item assigned branch and shelf location. For this example, I do want to change the item shelf location from a new shelf location to a regular fiction shelf location. To select a field to bulk change, find that field in the workform and from the drop-down, select the new value to apply to the items in the record set. Only make adjustments to the fields you want to change. Fields left with no change will not be touched by the bulk change process. Let's say that I also want to change the item's holdable settings from being holdable only to patrons from my library to holdable by anyone in CCS. Let's move to the next tab, the Circulation tab. Here, I'll make sure the holdable box is checked for all items. Then, I'll want to adjust any holdable limits that might be in place for these new items. In the Limit To box, I'll make sure that Limited to Patrons from my library and branches is updated to unchecked. On this same tab, I'll update the item's material type to Book from Book New. If there were additional fields I wanted to update, I would continue to move through the other tabs and select the fields to change. When the bulk change is processed, an error report will be downloaded to your computer. In the Bulk Change Report field at the top of the window, you can update the name of the report if you would like. You can also have Polaris create a new record set containing all the records that errored out and were not able to be bulk changed. If you do not want a new record set to be created, uncheck the name box under Error Record Set. When you've finished updating all of the fields, click the Update Items button. A summary window will pop up outlining the changes that will be made via the bulk change process. If everything looks okay, click Continue. Remember, bulk changes cannot be undone, so it's good to read the summary screen very carefully. If you want to adjust some but not all of the records in your record set, you can do an ad hoc bulk change. An ad hoc bulk change will only adjust the records you've specifically selected. To perform an ad hoc bulk change, Open the record set containing the items to adjust. In this example, I have a record set of items that haven't circulated in 3 or more years. Let's say I want to mark some of the items I've already reviewed as withdrawn. I'll check the box to the left of the items I want to bulk update. Next, I'll click the lower Actions button and select Ad Hoc Bulk Change from the menu. In the Bulk Change work form, I'll select the fields to update. In this example, I'm going to bulk change the circulation status field to a new value of withdrawn. When I'm done completing all of the fields in the bulk change work form, I'll click the Update button. Next, I'll review the summary screen and click Continue when I'm ready to start the bulk change.
As of version 7.6, the item bulk change report does not download automatically. It now runs asynchronously. To access the bulk change report, open the Utilities drop-down menu and click on Background Processing. Next, click on the Item Bulk Change tab. If the status says Pending, you can press refresh until it says Succeeded. To open the report, click on the row for the report. The report opens in a browser window.
Questions about bulk changes? Email us at help@ccslib.org.